The reason I'm making this video is because I met a Muslim man today. His name's Amim, and he's in an arranged marriage. And I thought it was very, very interesting to hear about. And so I wanted to share my experience, the story that I heard today, and I wanted you guys all to know about it. Amim married this woman at 25. He was going to school in London since he was 18 when his parents told him that they wanted him married. He wasn't ready, nor did he want to. He was enjoying the partying life, but he didn't have a choice, so he agreed to marry her. She came to London, they met, they got married. She stayed for a week, they had sex, and she left, and later on found out she was pregnant. She came back to visit again in London to show him the baby. And when she came down to visit, they had sex again and got pregnant again, so then they had 2 children. And so they moved in together, came to America, and, started their lives. And so, he said that now the kids are a little older, and they're a little expensive, and he does everything that he can for them, his daughter's a girly girl, and his son's, a little boy, and they just want everything, and he tries so hard. And I asked him, after being with his wife for so long, are you in love with her yet? He says to me, he doesn't know, because he doesn't quite know what love is. To him, all it is sacrifice, compromise, and communication. It isn't about all that gushy stuff the movies show. His words, the movies show. It's not anything like that. What we think we're looking for is not what it is, because that's just not how it works. He said that he could leave her any day. He could leave her whenever he wanted. And he could walk out on her and start his whole new life better doing with someone who actually loves him and appreciates him and treats him perfectly, and just somebody who really is in love with him, for real. But he said that even though he could have a woman who loves him perfectly, that would be really selfish compared to having a woman who loves his children perfectly. Like, why would you want anything over that? Who would want anything other than that? And I didn't see it that way. I guess I don't know, I don't have kids, so I don't have that problem. But I have a lot of friends who have baby daddies or baby mamas, and they aren't together anymore, and they don't care, and they aren't good for their children, they aren't good examples. And this man doesn't even love his wife, and he has set a better example for his children than anyone I've ever met. And I just thought that was crazy. And he continued on to tell me that, it hasn't gotten easier, and he even knew, a few days into being married and living together, he was like, I think I might have made a mistake. But he kept going at it, and he never gave up, and he never ran away or changed his mind. He just stuck to what he did. And he's followed through all these years, and now he's working a security job at the food court across from where I live. He drives this truck around and secures the area for 6-7 hours, sometimes 9 to 10 hours. And it doesn't make a lot of money, but it pays the bills. And he wishes that he could make all the money in the world, that his wife didn't have to work, and that his kids could have everything they want and go to the schools they want to go to and get the education that they want to get and all this stuff. And I was like, that's crazy, why he would want so much for a woman that he doesn't even love. He doesn't even love this woman. He wants her to be able to live life like a princess. What? That is crazy. I live in America. I've been in relationships where I've had that unconditional love, and I still didn't love someone that much. The hell? Maybe it's because she had his babies, I guess. In his culture, it all comes down to your children. He said that the purest relationship you will ever have is with your family, with your parents, with the people who raised you. That's the purest form of love you will ever know, and that is the purest relationship you'll ever have. And so I guess that's why he sticks around, to make sure that his kids have the purest relationship that they can have in the world. Why gyp them of that? Why would he want somebody who loves him 100% just to have them love his children 50%, when he can be with someone that he doesn't love 0%, but loves his children 120%? He said that's a better win than anything. And he said that word for word, I don't care if my wife loves me. I was like, how could you say that? How could you not care if your wife loves you? I couldn't even care if my friends, if my friends didn't love me, I'd be a little sad. So if he's with a wife that doesn't love him, he doesn't care, gosh, I feel like a baby sometimes. But he said that I don't know, it's very different in his country. Very, very different. He went to school, at the school that he went to, there was a lot of chaos. He got into a lot of fights. There was always a lot of fights. He brought a gun to school one time. I don't know, dude. It's crazy out there. And so for him to grow up in that sense, that kind of lifestyle, with all that violence and danger, and to be able to show his children such a pure love, I don't know, that says a lot about their third world country. That says a lot about the country that isn't as smart or technological as America. That says a lot more. He's not going to ever divorce this woman. He is going to spend the rest of his life with this woman. He's never going to love another woman, or be with another woman, or kiss another woman, or fuck another woman. He's got his woman. He doesn't even love her, but he's got her, and he's keeping her, and he's going to respect her and treat her perfectly. Like you should. Like, I don't know. It just says a lot about Muslim culture. And it just says a lot about the world. And the different aspects that we have, and the different perspectives that we get to see. Like, before I met this guy, I'm sitting here, 19 years old, thinking about love and, like, all the relationships that I've had, and all the relationships that I want to have. And honestly, like, I'm a logical person now. So it's like, I don't even care about love. I don't care about relationships. I don't want to date. I don't want to get married. I don't want to do any of that. But I have a lot of friends who are like, I want to fall in love. I want somebody who loves me. I want somebody who listens to my problems and kisses me and holds me and tells me I'm beautiful. And, all these things. I'm just like, what's good for you, But, like, now that I've heard this guy, it's kind of like, you guys sound a little ridiculous. Just a little bit. Just a tad bit ridiculous. And I feel a little ridiculous for all the ridiculousness that I used to be before I met this man. And now that I have met this man, I'm going to change my life a little bit. I'm going to view things a little differently. And I have a lot of respect for a man who is willing to spend every second of every day of his life dedicated to a woman that he has no interest in, solely on the fact that she loves his children. It's not even like he's with her and doesn't love her. It's like he's with her and he's happy about it. He's happy he's with this woman. Why? Because she loves his children like no other woman on the earth will. That makes all the difference. So I just hope that maybe you guys see things a little differently like I do. Maybe you have a different perspective or outlook. Hopefully maybe you see love a little differently. Maybe you show a little more appreciation to your parents, to your friends, to your boyfriends or girlfriends, and just appreciate the fact that, honestly, in America we get gypped a lot. Out in other countries, this guy started this conversation with, I don't know what love is, and then continues to tell me a whole story about what it really is. A story that I never would have heard in America. You can't hear something like that here, with these people, with these kinds of cultures and stuff. I thought that was so cool. So for everyone out there who's like Muslims or this, and arranged marriages or that, like, homie, you don't know anything. You know jack. You don't know anything about anything, because this guy out there, this guy a meme, my security guard for my food place, my Carl's Jr. and Subway and all that good stuff over there, he knows what love is. I don't think he would have ever figured that out if he lived where we live, or grew up the way we grew up. So maybe we should all open our eyes a little bit and maybe try something different. I don't know. I'll let you guys think about that one. Good night.